Hey guys, and thanks for clicking on the video. I'm Zimic playing some Slowbro in the bottom lane. We're running these items and these emblems. Got a ninja as our laning buddy. Interesting. Anyways, it's a little bit of special attack with some tank thrown in there for some spice. Want to be living long and prospering. Alright. And launch, nice. Got that. Well, the Sidui video from last week did pretty well. And that was like it was a story time video. I was talking about some, I think it was a college story. So we'll go ahead and give another story a try, see if y'all like it again. This one is back when I was in middle school. Now, something you have to understand about my elementary to middle school years was that I went to a very small private Catholic school where my class was one of the larger ones in the school, and we had like 16 kids. Okay, it's not a small school, it's not a large school by any means. I've seen smaller, but also not too many smaller. And so everybody knew, like everybody. It doesn't matter which grade you were in. I could have named every single kid in the entire school's name, just because that's how often that like you go and interact with people. You just see them all the time, pretty much. It was a thing, and I was like the smart kid in my class. There was only 16 of us, so it's not like it was a huge accomplishment. But I was the smart one, and because I was the smart one, the teachers also saw me as the responsible one. I don't know why, but for some reason that goes together, especially when you're like elementary, middle school, that sort of deal. And for the most part, they were correct. I was a pretty responsible kid. My best friend, though, was not. Okay, my best friend was pretty devious, and usually, so usually whenever like errands would happen, the teachers would want to send me, and I would go with my best friend, and then we would get up to shenanigans because my best friend would like push me to do it. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun, and so he would be able to convince me to do it. And like one of the times that stands out is that I had a class in the portables. I think that's a universal thing. I don't think that was just a private Catholic small school thing. I think that was kind of universal. I think everybody had portables, but just in case, the portable buildings were like adjacent to the main school building. It was like you had to go outside and walk to the portable building, and it took like maybe 3 minutes tops, and that was it. And it was like for like extra real estate for space and things of that nature. But we had portables, and one of our classes was out in the portables, and the entire class was like going on on a small outing or something, and we were going to the main school for whatever reason. I don't remember the specific reason, but then the teacher forgot something and asked me and my best friend to go get it. And so we're like, yeah, we can go get that. It's not a big deal. I think it was like a projector of some sort. And so we needed to bring this projector back, and they make you go in pairs. That's why 2 of us go, and like buddy system and all that. But we make it back to the portables, and like there's just a bunch of Febreze bottles in the portables. It gets pretty humid and damp and things of that nature, so it makes sense that there's a lot of Febreze bottles. It's like, I guess if you don't know what Febreze is, it's like scented air, like aerosol in an aerosol can. Good, we actually got that. And so it kind of makes sense that there's a lot of Febreze bottles down there. And so, like, my best friend's just like, what if we just go and, like, start spraying them? I'm just like, I don't know about it. But he manages to convince me. So we each get a bottle in both, and, like, we get a bottle in each hand. And, like, we just start running around the room spraying Febreze. It's like maniacs, like, screaming Febreze while we're doing it. And, like, that prepubescent 6th grade boy voice that we just figured out how to crack our voice as well. So we were doing that as well. It was probably the ugliest thing you would have ever heard, but we were doing it anyways. And then like our blood just goes cold because we hear the bathroom flush, like the toilet flush in the bathroom, and we're just like, what? And we just stop and like look, and then like a couple seconds pass by. You could hear like the water to the sink turn on as they're washing their hands, and somebody walks out, and we're just like, what? There was somebody in there. Turns out he was he was one of our friends. Like everybody was friends there, but he was like one of our better friends. and like there's no way he was going to be snitching on us or anything of that nature. But then he looks at what we were doing, sees that we have the Febreze in his hand. He could obviously hear what we were shouting, and so he picks up a Febreze bottle as well, because there's one in the restroom, and he picks that one up and just starts doing the exact same thing. And he's yelling Febreze with us. But like you have to understand what you have to understand about this guy was that he hit his growth spurt really early. Like he was about almost a foot taller than both me and my best friend at that point. He was a tall guy, and it's not like he was skinny tall either. He wasn't fat, but he was well proportioned. He was like he wasn't like muscular. Like 13-year-olds aren't muscular, but he was stocky and well built. His proportions made sense, and but because he had hit that growth spurt so recently, he was kind of a clumsy guy, because he was like trying to get used to the new height. That's just a thing that guys go through. I think most of the viewers are guys, so y'all can understand, I'm sure. But he was pretty clumsy at that point in time. But that has absolutely nothing to do. But that was just kind of like his persona, and this just kind of steered into that. Was that like when he grabbed his Febreze bottle, he grabbed it backwards. He didn't even realize he grabbed it backwards. So when he started spraying it, it sprayed like directly into his eyes. And it was like the funniest thing ever at that particular moment. Like we couldn't stop laughing. Like even he was laughing. He thought it was funny too. It's just like every single time we like saw a Febreze bottle like the next 2-3 years, we just like would shout out Febreze to each other and like start dying while we're laughing. And it was just a really good time. Like this, for the portables like reeked of, it smelled like a Bath and Body Works in there. Like it legitimately smelled like how Bath and Body Works smells when has like all the scented candles and everything. That's what it smelled like for like a solid week and a half at least. And like we just knew people were going to like put the like 2 and 2 together, put the timeline together, and figure out that we were the ones that just like used up like 5 Febreze bottles, and that had to be replaced all at the same time. It never happened though. I'm not exactly sure how, but it never happened. So, you know, all's well that ends well. Have a lot of elementary school memories. Most of them should be sealed up, but that one's pretty good, I think. All right, we're winding up for Rayquaza time, so it's time to put the focus glasses on. See if we can get this Greninja. It's not worth uniting right now. Okay, let's see if I can catch up to it with Scald. Nope. Although Greninja was able to finish it up. Yeah, Gudra's not going to be able to finish me off. That's the Gudra's Unite move. He is not getting that back in time. That's our Greninja's Unite move. This fight actually has turned into some pretty high stakes. We want our Greninja alive for the last fight. Absolutely. He's been doing pretty well this round. Alright. We got our tanks here. There's their tank. I'm going to chain CC him real quick. Ooh, good Blastoise Unite. Let's see if I can get the Cinderace. No, I got their Blastoise, though. It's going to be uniting soon? No. Alright, that's not bad at all. Use of our Unite move. He wasn't able to CC our teammates, so everybody was able to burst him. We'll take it. Wasn't exactly what I was going for, though. Not going to say it was like a master plan or anything. Alright, there's Rayquaza down. Let's see if we can finish this game. Going to bank. Yeah, good try, Cinderace. Yep, Unite move, it doesn't matter. You can't break Slowbro's Ray Shield. Not when you're trying to defend on pad. You should just bank Blastoise. It's free real estate. Seriously, why isn't he banking? It's not like it matters, but it's what I would be doing. We can see if they jump on the jump pad. No, they just still have some time to fight us and things of that nature, so we don't want to have everybody die all at once and leave a vacuum for them to go and bank. Like their Machamp is heading down to the bottom lane to bank. They took out 2 of our guys. I'm pretty sure this win is secured, but better safe than sorry. They might see the Greninja and steer towards the top lane. But Slowbro, he's still pretty strong at the moment. It's, you know, just tanks in general, people who can survive the initial burst of CC that's, like, everywhere in the meta, they do pretty well. Slowbro has a strong early game, too. That's always helpful. Alright, let's take a look at the score and the stats. Yeah, we crushed it. Look at that Greninja, almost 300 banked. We did 48,000 and 42,000. I've seen better stats, I've seen worse stats. We were certainly a tank. Well, if you liked the video, make sure to give it a like and to give the channel a subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!